Pakistan was created on August 14, 1947, as a result of the partition of British India. Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the first Governor-General. The Radcliffe Line, drawn to demarcate the borders between India and Pakistan, left several contentious issues unresolved, most notably the status of the princely state of Kashmir. This dispute led to the First Indo-Pak War in 1947-48, setting the stage for a prolonged and ongoing conflict over Kashmir that has resulted in several wars. Plus, Pakistan faced the monumental task of establishing new government institutions, a legal system, and administrative structures from scratch. The political landscape of Pakistan in the 1950s was marked by instability, with frequent changes in government and political infighting. Just to simplify, the prime ministers after Muhammad Ali Jinnah were Liaquat Ali Khan from the Muslim Party, assassinated; Khawaja Nazimuddin, a Muslim noble, assassinated; Muhammad Ali Bogra, a bureaucrat, died of a heart attack; Chaudhry Muhammad Ali, a feudal lord, died of a heart attack; Hussain Shahid Surawardi, a feudal lord, died of a heart attack; Ibrahim Ismail Chandragar, bureaucrat, ictus; Feroz Khan Noon, feudal lord, died of a heart attack. Because the Muslim Party was unable to establish continuous governance, it lost the elections, and a new president, Iskander Mirza, was elected. Iskander Mirza appointed as Prime Minister General Ayub Khan, the then commander-in-chief of the Pakistan Army. 3 days after the decision, General Ayub Khan seized power in a military coup in October 1958, dismissing the civilian government led by President Iskander Mirza. Ayub Khan initially declared martial law and later appointed himself president in 1958. Ayub Khan implemented widespread economic reforms, focusing on industrialization and agricultural development through the Green Revolution. Ayub Khan's tenure is particularly noted for its close alignment with the United States, positioning Pakistan firmly within the Western Bloc in the Cold War. Pakistan became a member of two key U.S.-led military alliances, the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization and the Central Treaty Organization, aimed at containing the spread of communism. These alliances brought substantial military and economic aid to Pakistan. The Second Indo-Pak War started in 1965 once again over the disputed territory of Kashmir. The war ended inconclusively, with both sides suffering heavy casualties and no territorial changes. The conflict was brought to a close with the Tashkent Agreement in January 1966, brokered by the Soviet Union. In 1970, general elections led to the Awami League's victory in East Pakistan. This led to the Bangladesh War of Independence in 1971, where East Pakistan seceded to become Bangladesh. Following the 1971 war and the military defeat, General Yahya Khan resigned, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, leader of the Pakistan People's Party, took over as the president and later became the prime minister. To reach these positions, in his electoral campaign, he used to say, "Islam is our only religion, democracy is our system, and socialism is our economy." Bhutto was from a powerful noble family, and he was mostly against capitalists, and because of his idea about socialism, he was labeled as communist. Bhutto is also credited with laying the foundation for Pakistan's nuclear program, asserting that Pakistanis would eat grass, if necessary, to develop a nuclear capability. To regain his credibility, Bhutto introduced a new constitution with many articles taken from the Quran. However, this made the Islamic extremism stronger. In 1977, Bhutto was overthrown in a military coup by General Zia-ul-Haq. Rumors say he was also supported by the CIA. Bhutto was arrested and tried by a military court on charges of conspiracy to commit murder. He was executed in April 1979. One of the hallmarks of Zia's regime was the comprehensive program of Islamization. This included the establishment of the Federal Shariat Court to oversee the compliance of laws with Islamic teachings and the introduction of the Hudud ordinances, which implemented Sharia-based penalties for crimes such as theft, adultery, and blasphemy. These policies had a profound impact on Pakistani society, altering the legal landscape significantly, affecting women's rights and minority rights. This was labeled as the darkest period of Pakistani history. Following the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in December 1979, Pakistan under Zia's leadership became a frontline state in the Cold War's last major theater. With the support of the United States, Saudi Arabia, and other allies, Pakistan played a crucial role in supporting Afghan Mujahideen fighters against Soviet forces. The Inter-Services Intelligence of Pakistan was instrumental in channeling military and financial aid to the Mujahideen. Rumors say that the U.S., led by Ronald Reagan, supported Zia's regime with $1 billion per year. In 1988, Zia-ul-Haq died in a plane crash. General elections were held later that year, leading to the Pakistan People's Party, led by Benazir Bhutto, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's daughter, becoming prime minister. Benazir Bhutto couldn't complete her full term due to a combination of political instability, economic issues, and allegations of corruption. So Nawaz Sharif of the Pakistan Muslim League became prime minister. However, his term ended prematurely due to a power struggle with the then president Ayub Khan, who dismissed his government, citing corruption, incompetence, and inability to maintain law and order. Benazir Bhutto became prime minister again in 1993, but her mandate ended prematurely for reasons similar to those of her first term, including allegations of corruption, economic difficulties, and conflicts with the establishment. Her ex-husband, Asif Ali Zardari, was colloquially referred to as Mr. 10% due to allegations of corruption. Nawaz Sharif became prime minister again. During this period, Pakistan conducted its first public nuclear tests in the Chagai Hills of Balochistan. This was in direct response to India's nuclear tests conducted earlier that month, marking a tit-for-tat escalation in the nuclear arms race in South Asia. Nawaz Sharif tried to fire General Pervez Musharraf, the chief of army staff, but on October 12, 1999, General Pervez Musharraf led a bloodless coup against the democratically elected government of Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif. This started the third military era in Pakistan. Following the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks in the United States, Musharraf made a strategic decision to align Pakistan with the U.S. in the global war on terror. The country became a frontline state in the conflict, leading to a surge in militancy and terrorism within its borders. Militant groups, including the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, launched attacks against military and civilian targets across Pakistan. In 2007, Benazir Bhutto was assassinated. Rumors say this happened with the support of the Pakistani Secret Services. This event combined with mounting public pressure and the resurgence of democratic movements eventually led to Musharraf's resignation in 2008. In the 2008 elections, the Pakistan People's Party, led by Bhutto's husband Asif Ali Zardari, yes, Mr. 10%, won a plurality of seats and formed a coalition government. 5 years after that, after the 2013 elections, the Pakistan People's Party's tenure was followed by the Pakistan Muslim League under, again, Nawaz Sharif. Sharif's government focused on infrastructure projects and sought to address energy shortages. However, his tenure was marred by allegations of corruption, leading to his disqualification from office in 2017 by the Supreme Court. The 2018 general elections saw the rise of the Pakistan Tehrik-e-Insaf, led by former cricket star Imran Khan, who promised wide-ranging reforms, anti-corruption measures, and a Naya Pakistan. From 1970 to 2000, Pakistan spent a quarter of its budget on defense to modernize its military and become the world's seventh strongest military power with a large army of 50,000 men and almost 3,000 tanks. This spending has now decreased to 17.5%. At the same time, Pakistan had to improve its industries, education, and healthcare, despite facing natural disasters, a need for food and energy imports, and social issues. Lacking funds, Pakistan turned to the International Monetary Fund for help 21 times between 1958 and 2013, receiving 13 bailouts. Currently, Pakistan's debt is $270 billion, but it has only $4 billion in foreign currency reserves for imports. During his electoral campaign, Imran Khan urged voters to free themselves from Western masters, particularly the United States, and from politicians colluding with the army. Among these were Shehbaz Sharif, brother of Nawaz Sharif, leader of the Muslim League, and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, regent of the People's Party and son of Benazir Bhutto and Asif Ali Zardari. Khan was practically liked by everyone. He represented novelty, a self-made man outside the perverse logics of power who claimed he would tax the very rich, create a social state, and restore Pakistan's finances, and who above all would rather die than make deals with the much-hated International Monetary Fund. Despite his stance against military influence in politics, there's evidence that Khan might have had the army support. For instance, soon after his election victory in 2018, Shehbaz Sharif was arrested for money laundering, and the media, known for its ties to the military, spoke highly of Khan. In return, the latter rewarded the generals with a plethora of government positions. Moreover, in 2019, with the country in ruins, Khan, who was supposed to repudiate the Monetary Fund, ran for the 22nd time to the International Monetary Fund and obtained a bailout loan of $6 billion. At the same time, he also requested another $3 billion from Saudi Arabia and $1 billion from the United Arab Emirates. Not to mention that having joined the New Silk Road and obtained commercial financing from Beijing, Islamabad was already in debt to China for about $7 billion. In July, floods hit two-thirds of Pakistan, causing $40 billion in damage, destroying infrastructure, crops, and homes, affecting 30 million people. In March 2022, Khan dared the parliament to vote against him, hoping for military support. However, the military did not intervene, and Khan was removed from office by parliament in April. The next day, guess what? Shehbaz Sharif, fresh out of jail, assumed the office of prime minister. Khan declared that he had been the victim of a Western conspiracy led by the United States. In May, he called the Pakistani generals animals and cowards, who obviously didn't waste time spreading compromising audio of him in which he seemed to be engaged in phone sex. On November 3, 2022, during a rally in Punjab, Khan survived an assassination attempt but was injured in the legs, for which he blamed the Secret Services. And to top it off, last May 9th, Khan was arrested by 100 police officers on charges of tax fraud and corruption, only to be released 3 days later on the Supreme Court's orders. In the 2024 Pakistani general elections, no single party secured a majority, leading to a hung parliament and setting the stage for a coalition government. PTI-affiliated independents, aligned with the former Prime Minister Imran Khan's party, emerged as the leading group with 93 seats, accounting for 34.9% of the total. They were followed by the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, led by Shehbaz Sharif, which won 75 seats or 28.2%. The Pakistan People's Party, under the leadership of Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, secured 54 seats, translating to 20.2%. The 2024 elections were widely criticized, with the Pakistan Institute of Legislative Development and Transparency rating their fairness at just 49%, citing result delays and communication blackouts on election day. In the aftermath, a coalition government was formed by PML-N and PPP, with Shehbaz Sharif returning as prime minister on March 3rd. Former PM Imran Khan remains jailed after a 2023 corruption conviction while his party continues to reject the election results, alleging widespread rigging.